The NBA play-in tournament starts tomorrow, so today I'm going to be doing a full NBA playoff simulation so that we can see how these playoffs will go according to 2K. Now, there's a couple things we got to get out the way. First of all, you all can get a quick look at the playoff bracket and see what teams are here, what teams are in the play-in, and things like that in case you're not familiar. But also, I want to talk about injuries, because in real life there are some guys who are going to be out. And I made sure to leave the roster injuries on, so whoever 2K has listed as injured is out, and whoever's playing according to 2K, that's how it's going to work. And from this point on, any player who is not injured will not be injured. The injuries are off, but the previous injuries from real life will be there. Alright, hopefully that makes sense. Let's get straight into it. We have the Eastern Conference 7-8 play-in, the Heat versus the Hawks. And take a wild guess at who's going to win this one. You'd think it's the Atlanta Hawks, 2K's golden child team, but it actually was the Miami Heat. Playoff Jimmy Butler was ready. 31, 8, and 10 to send his Heat to the first round where they will be facing the 7th-seeded Boston Celtics. That's going to be a crazy matchup. Remember, the Heat were right there, almost making an NBA Finals in the East last season. Now we've got the Lakers-Timberwolves play-in. With all of the drama surrounding the Timberwolves, the Lakers took advantage. Of course, in the virtual 2K universe, Rudy Gobert probably didn't see, what was his name? Slow-mo. Kyle Anderson, he probably didn't see him, and he didn't go mink and then run away. But in here, yeah, that probably didn't happen. But in real life, that did happen, and I mean, it didn't really matter. Rudy Gobert got suspended in real life, but like, he dropped 8 points. He dropped a mean triple single. I promise you that did not sway the impact of the game because the Lakers are moving on. They're facing the Memphis Grizzlies. Now we've got the Chicago Bulls versus the Toronto Raptors. And this one was a back and forth game throughout. Unfortunately, we weren't able to see any hop-in action, and the Raptors ended up winning. Scotty Barnes and Pascal Siakam got it done, and now the Raptors will move on for a chance to make the NBA playoffs as the 8th seed in the Eastern Conference. For the Bulls, Lonzo Ball made a miraculous recovery. Hopefully something like that happens in real life. Obviously, he won't be back anytime soon, but man, I hope we get to see him hoop. But 2K knows nothing about Ball. How do y'all think he's actually going to make an injury return for the NBA playoffs? What is 2K cooking? All right, and then we've got the Pelicans versus the Thunder, and this one was an absolute domination. The Pelicans lost by 37 points. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, 14 points, 0 free throws. Yeah, 2K, y'all don't know he's a foul merchant. No, I'm just playing, but he does know how to get to the line. And Zion Williamson is back, 24 minutes, drops 14 points. Man, would I love to see Zion Williamson back out there hooping, playoff action, play-in tournament action, whatever it may be. I would love to see Zion hoop. Now we've got the Raptors versus the Atlanta Hawks. And although the Toronto Raptors put up a very valiant, something like that, the Hawks end up winning. DeJounte Murray has really struggled. I don't even see him on the scores for the Hawks there, so he must have had a tough game. And I remember that their last game they played against the Heat, he was struggling. Man, he needs to pick it up heading into the playoffs because the Hawks are in there as the 8th seed. Now we've got the Pelicans versus the Timberwolves, and the Pelicans are going to come out on top, which means they're going to be facing the Denver Nuggets in the first round of the NBA playoffs. The Minnesota Timberwolves really tried it, but it didn't end up working out. They almost made it through all the drama, but ended up ending their season on a 31-point loss. I guess actually they didn't really try anything. They lost to the Lakers and lost to the Pelicans. They really just got dropped off. Never mind. I don't know ball. All right, we've got the Celtics versus the Heat. I'm excited for that one. We've got the Hawks versus the Bucks. I'm not too excited for that one, to be honest. 2K hates the Bucks for whatever reason, and it looks like the Hawks are going to get them up and out of there. The Pelicans pull off the 8th seed upset, beating the Denver Nuggets, and the Lakers are looking to upset the Grizzlies. You've also got a Game 7 between Sacramento and the Los Angeles Clippers, and this one's an interesting one. The Clippers in real life may not have Paul George. I don't know what's going on, man. But, hey, in this one, they won by 51 points. So, they most definitely did their thing. Nobody even dropped 20 for Sacramento. And Paul George, 40 points. Kawhi Leonard, 32. Bones Highland, 25. Russell Westbrook with a nice little 15 points. And Bones Highland has been going crazy in the playoffs. The efficiency is ridiculous. And now we're headed on to the second round. I realized I did miss one Game 7 out east. I feel bad. That's my bad on that one. But the Sixers get revenge on Ben Simmons. They end up dropping him off and out of the playoffs. I don't think Ben Simmons is going to end up playing this year in the playoffs, which it's unfortunate to see what's happened for Ben, man. I know all the trade request drama and all that, but I'd still like to see Ben Simmons hoop. We've got Clippers versus Grizzlies. We've also got Warriors versus Pelicans. Then out east, we've got the Cleveland Cavaliers versus the Atlanta Hawks. These are like the 2K golden child teams. 2K loves both of those teams. And now we've got the Celtics versus the Sixers. This would be an interesting matchup, I think. You got James Harden, Joel Embiid, Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown. That'd be a cool one for sure. And it looks like the Pelicans might pull off another upset. The Eastern Conference series are decided quickly as the Sixers shout out Emmanuel. You see what I did there? Because Emmanuel quickly, you know what? Yeah, I know. I was cooking. And the Sixers are going to beat the Boston Celtics out east. The Atlanta Hawks are going to beat the Cavs to advance. And in this Game 7 out west, the Memphis Grizzlies are going to go ahead and win. Ja Morant 22-12 to drop off the Los Angeles Clippers. Dillon Brooks with a 20-point game. So a solid team effort as the Memphis Grizzlies are going to advance. Paul George, playoff P, was ready to go. Kawhi Leonard had an efficient playoff run, but didn't score as much as you would have liked. And now we've got a Pelicans-Grizzlies finals. Ja versus Zion. Zion, the number 1 pick in, 2019, and Ja, the number 2 pick in 2019. Then we've got Hawks versus Sixers. The battle of the foul merchants. All you're going to be watching is just straight free throws. It looks like the Pelicans are going to cook the Grizzlies. It's a sweep. And then we got a little more comp out east. The Sixers and the Hawks are going to a Game 7 here. And in Game 7, it's a back and forth game. The Hawks are one of 2K's favorite teams, if not 2K's favorite team. So I was surprised to see them go down in this one. Like, really? Really, 2K? That's how it is? Man, I didn't expect that. I owe you an apology, 2K. But James Harden and Joel Embiid were out there going crazy. Trae Young had a big game as well. But ultimately, it wasn't enough because the Sixers are in the finals against the Pelicans. I did not expect this matchup when I started this video. And we've got a 2-2 series. It's all tied up. I accidentally pressed the wrong button to simulate round, but luckily I stopped it in time. And now we've got a pivotal Game 5. And in this Game 5, the New Orleans Pelicans go crazy. Zion Williamson and company go out there and do their thing. Joel Embiid with 24 and James Harden only 14 points. But Zion 30 and 10. CJ McCollum with 25. CJ could finally get a ring here. That would be interesting. Without Dame is crazy, CJ. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and get into Game 6 where the Philadelphia 76ers, it's in the name, they win Game 6, the 76ers. Aha, that's a real knee slapper, Danny. I'm going to unsubscribe. All right, in Game number 7, though, we've got the Pels versus the Sixers. Obviously, Danny, it's Game 7. You probably know the teams by now. Anyway, in Game 7, the Pelicans end up winning this one. It's a pretty big dub for them. What's that? 24 points. And Joel Embiid drops 32-12. It isn't enough. Zion and B.I. did their thing. Zion is Finals MVP. Hope you enjoyed the video. Have a great day. Be sure to like and subscribe.